Hey Michaela, this video is just going to show you how to upload a post onto Cape Cod Weather Vane Company. So I don't know if you've seen this post here, but this is actually the one that you did the other day, and we've already uploaded it, and I'll show you how to do that. So the best way to do it is to have a Word document, and then write it, and then edit it in Word, and then have all your images, have your you don't even need the image source, but you do need your external links that are here and all the various pieces of information. Then all we do is we just copy and paste it and upload it into Cape Cod Weather Vane Company. I'll show you how to do that. You can also just write it in Cape Cod Weather Vane Company and bypass the entire Word document part of things. It's totally your call, whatever you think is the easiest for you to do or whatever takes the least amount of time. So go to Cape Cod Weather Vane Company /blog. is fine, and then you will see this little button right here, which is login. So click login. This auto fills my password, and we never send passwords on email just for security reasons, but I can show you this in a video because that way no one will be able to phish your email and actually take out the password. So there's the password, there's the username. It autofills for me through something that I've got called RoboForm, which with thousands of logins, it's certainly a big time saver. So here we are actually in the admin panel, and first thing that we want to do is first thing you're going to do is you can edit any of these. If you ever upload a post and then save it, you can go back into here and edit. So I just clicked edit. Now you can actually change any of the writing here. You can just double check any of the work that you've done. So it's always editable, if that's even a word. So that one's actually in good shape, so we're not going to do anything to it. And then way down the corner here is where you save post. I didn't make any edits, but always good to save anyway. See the little thing going around there, and now this is saved. So to add a new post, all you do is you go down to here, click Add Entry. So now this is your control panel. This is your post. Now what we want to do is we want to either Control A or just copy. I'm just going to copy this. I just copy it, right click, Mozilla Firefox is a little funky sometimes. You get those strange messages. We're going to have to do something about that image there. So don't worry about that for right now. Alright, so now you actually have all your wording in here inside the post. Okay? So you can take these out. Image statement, that's cool that you put that in there. Title, all that, that's good. We're going to cut that out. Cut that out and then put that up here. So it's saying it's not working as well in Firefox. I'm not exactly sure why, but it just is. So, rain gutter gardens is, as I recall, is our keyword phrase. So that's the keyword phrase that we want to find. So we want to make sure that we have that keyword phrase in the post at least 2 to 3, maybe even 4 times. So hit Control F, copy your keyword phrase. Okay, I was actually searching for my name before, and then highlight all. Oops. Yeah, you can see that this is having some issues with Firefox for some strange reason. So you can see my screen's getting kind of janky here. Alright, so rain chain, rain gutter. Alright, rain gutters you have in there quite a bit. As you can see, rain gutter gardens, I think, was our main keyword phrase. Okay, so I just paused it just for a second here. I was just trying to remember which keyword phrase you were actually trying to optimize for, and I think it was for rain gutter garden. This one here, which I've highlighted in our CCWC blog posts master. This is actually in Dropbox, as you can see. So I access this by doing this. Here's my desktop. Here's my desktop right here. I just open up Dropbox, and I've got a bunch of files in there. I would definitely recommend you getting this, installing it on your desktop, and then here's our shared spreadsheet. Okay, so if I change something, like I just highlighted that, but what I'm seeing here is and I'm going to X out of this, so now it actually just saved. So it's on my desktop. It's saved for you, it's saved for me, and then you just X out of it. So it was rain gutter garden, which I think you were trying to optimize for, but it's not really optimized because it doesn't appear anywhere on the post, not even in the title. So what we're going to do here is we're going to optimize this for rain gutter. Not a great keyword for us because we're trying to sell rain chains, but good enough for right now. So rain gutter and rain gutters. So as you can see, rain gutters isn't mentioned many times. It's only mentioned once. Actually, 1, 2, 3. It's actually mentioned more than that. So that'll be our keyword phrase. Because of that, we're going to change this up here. Your title tag is your most important thing that you actually have in the entire blog post is this part right here. So if we say on Dropbox, I'm going to open again, that you've got all these different keywords to optimize for. You want to have it in your title. You want to have it in your PR headline. You want to have it at least 3 to 4 times in the body copy, and at least once, if not twice, in the subheadlines. So if you were writing on rain bells, it would be the same thing. If you were writing on acrylic signs, same thing. If you were writing on Amish cupola, same kind of thing. Okay, so you would have it in the title. You'd have it in this, which is our PR summary, which we bold and then italicize, and then you'd have it a number of times in here, and you'd also have it in a place called the meta description, which we'll get to in just a second. So, I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take this out. And take this out. I'm going to put this down here. Now, notice what I'm doing here. I'm highlighting this, and then I'm coming over here, and I'm highlighting that as an H1 or a heading 1 tag. You can also do it as an H2 tag, but I'm going to do it as an H1 tag to start. And then this one is an H2 tag. That's basically your 2 headlines. Actually, I'm going to make both of these H2s as that, just because this one seems a little bit too big. And then I'm going to add another one down here. And add another one down here as well. Okay, so we've got 3 headlines, all with the word in it: rain gutter, rain gutters, rain gutter gardening. Now this is a little bit more optimized for rain gutter gardening, probably less so for rain gutters, but the idea is that we need to optimize each post for a specific keyword phrase that we take from here. And you can basically pick anything that's not highlighted and use that as your keyword focus. So, to add external links, what we do is we cut these out and then add them to the spot in the post that's relevant to what you're talking about. So when somebody's reading this, they can say, oh, what does that mean? Rainwater can drain properly. What does that mean? That was an image, I think, that you had as an external link. Same kind of thing here. Cut it out. See if we read this back a little bit, but keeps the flying buggers away from your spinach. I'm just kind of doing this quickly and highlighting things that I think are relevant. So now when you see a post, let's see, this is a client of ours here, for example. We're writing about fitness equipment leasing. You see that that's a highlighted. Okay, see that's a link. That's an internal link, that actually links back to their homepage, which we're going to do a fair amount here. So that internal linking structure is actually really important for SEO. Okay, so in blogging, you also want to make sure that your paragraphs are 1 to 2, at the most 3 sentences. People skim on the internet. They do not read. Nobody ever really reads. People don't like to read, period, which is sort of sad, but they don't. So that's why the internet is so good and so powerful, because most of the information that's captured these days is just done bite-sized chunks, and we're playing into that by blogging, which gets the message across very clearly, effectively, and succinctly. So, all right, so we formatted this pretty nicely. Now we want to do some internal linking. We've got some external links, 2 of them, which is good. Now we want to link back to parts of the Cape Cod Weather Vane Company.com site. I'm looking for gardening. Okay, I just paused for a second and added in our end line here, which is sort of like the tagline at the end of the post. When I'd like you to do this on each and every post is always to add in sort of a nice little, hey, you know, beautify your rain gutter garden with some rain chains or rain gutters from Cape Cod Weather Vane Company. Click here for our full selection of rain gutters and rain chains. Okay, so click here. We need to now be able to click so it goes where we want it to go. And in this case, we want to go to rain chains. For some reason, I can't seem to find rain chains. So what you do is you come over here. Here's their rain chain selection. Okay. You copy this. Go back here. See how I've highlighted that? You go up to here for this little chain. Paste it in. And then what you want to do is you want to open in a new window. A new window, blank, insert. Maybe we'll do another external link. Maybe pick the Scallop Cup rain chain. Rain chains, it's going to a page on rain chains. This subtly tells Google that this page on Scallop Cup rain chains is about rain chains. Believe it or not, they pay attention to all these little things. So it's really kind of amazing when you think about it. So there is your post. So far, so good. Now, what we need is our image. And I am going to just copy this Let's see if paste works here. Yeah. They don't seem to like me for some reason today. I'm not sure why. Okay, I'm actually not going to do that. What I just did is not really working in my browser, so I would recommend you do this. Okay, so you find your image, okay, right-click it, save as a picture. All right, rain gutters. You name the image your keyword phrase. Here we're going for rain gutters. I realize it's rain gutter gardening that you were trying to go for, but we've just sort of changed it all a little bit here. So for your keyword phrase has to be the name of your image. So I have lots of files here, and I'm going to put this into my CCWC images file. As you can see, I've done 5 blog posts. Can you guess what the keyword phrase I was trying to target is? So I save it. Voila. Get out of that. Now, see where my cursor is? It's right before the first line. Now I go down here to browse, and I find that image that I just uploaded. CCWC images, rain gutters, upload. Okay, we're having a little bit of an issue with uploading these images, so I'm just going to sort of do it the old school way and then have my HTML editor do this. Okay. It's not exactly how we want it done because we want this embedded around the wording, but that's okay. I think for right now we're going to be okay. So anyway, so what I've done is I've sort of changed some of the wording a little bit to make it reflect rain gutter gardens. So we're getting credit for the word rain gutter, but also rain gutter gardening. And even though Kazalt does not sell rain gutters, we can at least give some information on rain gutter gardening and rain gutter gardens, and hopefully those people will be people that might want to purchase some rain chains. So anyway, but in the future for your post, just really stick with the an antique barn cupola. Make sure that if you had this as your keyword phrase, that you have it in at least 2 subheadlines, you have it in your title, you have it scattered throughout your post, and then also you've got it down here in your sort of final conclusion as to why they should actually take some action and purchase something from Cape Cod Weather Vane Company, which is what they're paying us to do. So here is the next part of it. So we've basically just copied and pasted the image in here. I'll get this figured out as time goes on, and I'll send you another video as to how to actually embed that around the wording. I think it's just something that's wrong with my Firefox here. But anyway, not going to let that stop us. So now, as you're in here, you want to go back in and you want to change the author. You don't want it to be me. You want it to be R. Kazalt. So change that. Then also, the next thing you want to do is you want to write a description, what's called a meta description. And the meta description should have your keyword phrase in it, and it should be anywhere between 140 to 130 to 140 characters. So we've got a character counter that we use for this. I'll show you how to do that in just 1 second. Okay, so here we are in our meta description area right here. We want to write between 130 and 140 characters. And how do you do that? You go to this right here. Just Google character counter and click on that first one and then start writing. And you want to go to 130, 140. What you can do is you can probably use this. Yeah, still. Not quite doing what I want here. Now remember, we're trying to optimize for rain gutters or rain gutter gardens. So creative gardening with rain gutters provides abundant and fruitful results. Rain gutter gardening is 102 characters. Okay, I kind of rewrote this a little bit because your PR summary didn't really have rain gutter gardens in it. So we're going to actually copy this. We're going to insert it back into the post. Yeah. Okay, so like your little PR summary, you're summarizing your blog post, telling the reader what's going to happen in the post, but you also have your keyword phrase in here. Rain gutter garden, rain gutter gardens. Alright, your keyword phrase should be in here, should be in your title, should be scattered throughout your blog post, should be at the end, and should also be in your meta description. What is a meta description, you ask? Google rain chains. This is a meta description. It's otherwise known as a rich snippet, but that 50% of the time it shows up in the search result, and it's a big factor as to whether or not somebody clicks through on that result. Okay, Japanese rain chains. Let's see if, okay, there's your meta description. So that's why it's important when we're writing this, we want to make sure that it is between 130, 140 characters is fine. 142 in this case is fine. Rain gutter gardening is fun to do, and rain chains can beautify your rain gutter gardens. Click here to get your rain gutter garden rain chains. Okay, so we copy that, pull that out, put it in here. Of course, we're going to get that same. No, I guess we're not. We're actually okay. Now, you've got your meta description with your keyword in it. Now you pick your category. Because you're in the rain chain category, you click that rain chain. Rain gutter garden, rain gutter gardens, rain gutters, rain gutter. So you put your keyword phrase in here, your primary keyword phrase first, and then you add in some variations of it into what are called tags. Pretty simple stuff. Last thing you need to do. This is what's called your slug. Okay? Everything has a slug, whether or not you realized it or not. This is what's called the slug. We call it the permalink or the slug, but a permalink is basically part of the URL stream that's specific to a page on the website. If you took that away, this site would then probably go to the home page. But if you went here, now it has this slug or permalink that is attached to it. Just using that as an example just to show you what it is. So, but you can actually control that here. So what you want is you want a slug that's kind of short. Okay? Basically your keyword and nothing else. Rain, gutter, gardens. Okay? Just type it in there. Put in a hyphen in between each word. And usually this is clicked right here, this publish. Unclick that so it doesn't go publish yet. Then before you do it, go over to our blog. All right, the last post we published was on the 14th. So the next one we want is on the 15th. So the last thing you want to do is you want to change this date up here to the next day, which is the 15th. Now, and then the next post you add in would be the 16th, and so on, the 17th, 18th, until we actually get caught up to the 23rd, which is today's date, as I recall. So, don't click publish yet. That way you can let me know that it's actually in there, and I'll go in and check it out and make sure it's okay. Click Save Post, and you're done. That's how you upload a post into blogengine.net. And there it is in drafts. And it actually looks pretty good, except for this image is off-center. But I'll do another video for you to show exactly how that gets rectified. Okay, see, it looks pretty good. You've got your H2s. You've got your external and internal links. You've got sort of your sales pitch at the end. And you've got your PR summary up here that has your main keyword phrase in it. That's it. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.